Children, welcome back to our class. In this class, we will discuss social studies workbook class 4 lesson 1, 2 and 3. I request all of you to take out workbook page 72 lesson 1 our country India worksheet. Exercise A, name the capitals of the following states. Okay. On the left column, the names of states are given, and on the right column, we have to write the capitals of those states. Okay, the answers of those exercise are given at the right and left side of the screen. You can check it out. 1. Telangana. What is the capital of Telangana? It is Hyderabad. So what do you mean by capital? A capital is a place where all the important works and government activities are done. Okay, so that place is called a capital. Next, Assam. Capital of Assam is Dispur. Dispur is in Guwahati. Bihar, Patna. Capital of Andhra Pradesh, Amravati. Capital of Kerala, Thiruvananthapuram. Capital of Haryana, Chandigarh. Tripura, Agartala. Gujarat, Gandhinagar. Tamil Nadu, Chennai. West Bengal, Kolkata. Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal. Maharashtra, 12, question number 12. Maharashtra, Mumbai. 13, Manipur. Imphal, Bihar, Patna. I request all of you to write down. Next, exercise B. Write the names of the 8 union territories and their capitals in the table. So here in the given table, we have to write all the 8 union territories along with each capital. Okay. So what is the difference between a state and a union territory? A state has its own government, but the union territory do not have their own government. They are directly under the control of the central government. Okay. So there are 28 states and how many union territories? 8 union territories. So let us write one by one. The first one is Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The capital is Port Blair. 2. Chandigarh. Capital is Chandigarh. 3. Jammu and Kashmir. The capital is Srinagar. 4. Ladakh. Capital is Leh. 5. Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu. The capital is Daman. 6. Lakshadweep. The capital is Kavaratti. 7. Delhi, National Capital Territory. The capital is New Delhi. And 8. Puducherry. The capital is Puducherry. I request all of you to write it down in your worksheet. Next. So let us check it out. Some of the states and all the 8 union territories. Telangana. So where is Telangana? So this is Telangana, the state Telangana. Assam. Where is Assam? This is the state Assam. Okay. And Bihar. Where is Bihar? This is the state Bihar. Andhra Pradesh. Where is Andhra Pradesh? This is the state Andhra Pradesh. Kerala. Where is Kerala? This is the state Kerala. Okay. Haryana. This is Haryana. Tripura. Here is Tripura. Gujarat. This is Gujarat. Tamil Nadu. This is the state Tamil Nadu. West Bengal. This is the state West Bengal. Madhya Pradesh. This is the state Madhya Pradesh. Maharashtra. This is the state Maharashtra. Manipur. This is the state Manipur. So let us discuss all the union territories. Let us check it out. The union territories. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. This is the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Chandigarh. This is Chandigarh. Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu. So this is Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu. Lakshadweep. This is Lakshadweep. Ladakh. This is Ladakh, the Union Territory Ladakh. Jammu and Kashmir. This is the Union Territory Jammu and Kashmir. This one. Delhi, National Capital Territory. This is Delhi. Puducherry. This is Puducherry. So I hope you understood. Also, I request all of you to check out all the remaining states. Okay, all the other remaining states. Here in this map, all the names of states and union territories and its capitals are given here. You can check it out where the states of India are located. Okay. Next, page 73. Lesson 2, the Northern Mountains, worksheet. Look at the picture carefully in which each feature of the mountain range has been labeled. Read the clues below and write which part of the mountain they describe. So, picture is given here. Okay. So, we have to check it carefully. So, the features are labeled here. Okay, clues are given here. So, by reading the sentence, we have to find out, okay, what do you mean by that? So, 1, the topmost part of a mountain is called a, so the topmost part of a mountain is called a peak. Okay. 2, the side of a hill or a mountain is called a slopes. Okay. So, here we can see this is the topmost part. This portion we call it as peak. And what do you mean by slopes? These are the sides. The sides of the mountains are known as slopes. Okay. Next. 3. A long row of mountains is called a mountain range. 4. On a mountain, the level above sea, above which the land is covered with snow, usually permanently, is called a snow line. Okay. So question number 3, the answer is mountain range, and question number 4, the answer is snow line. So here we can see, what do you know mountain range? This is a long row of mountains. These are known as mountain ranges. Okay. And what is the snow line? See, this is the boundary. See, this is the this is the mountain, isn't it? So here what we can see, from this portion we can see snow are covered. Okay. So here the portion from which the snow remains throughout the whole year, that portion we call it as snow line. Okay. We will find snow throughout the whole year, and also the snow line changes. Okay. It depends on the climate, the climatic condition, and it also varies seasonally. Okay. So this portion is known as snow line, where the snow remains permanently throughout the whole year. So I hope you understood about mountain range and snow line. Next, 2, the same lesson, question number 5, areas of high land are called uplands. Okay. Question number 6, an area of land that is higher than the land surrounding it but smaller and lower than a mountain is called a hill. Okay. So question number 5, areas of high land are called uplands. Okay. So these are the uplands. Those are high land. Those are not a mountain. Okay. So those are known as uplands. And question number 6, an area of land that is higher than the land surrounding it but smaller and lower than the mountains. Means what? These are highlands which are higher than the surroundings, but these are lower than the mountains. The mountains are higher than these hills. So these are known as hills. Okay. I hope you understood about hills. Next, question number 7. The low hills next to a high mountain or group of high mountains are called foothills. So these are known as foothills. Why? So these are the land which are lower than the mountains. Okay, this portion are known as foothills. So understood? So many hill stations are located at the foothills of the Himalayas. Okay. Next, 8. A low area between hills is called a valley. The answer is valley. Okay, let's check it out. So this is valleys. Okay, means these are plain areas which are between the mountains or hills. See, both sides we will find hills, and in between we will find plain areas. Okay, so these are known as valleys. Next, 9. Question number 9. A large area of water surrounded by land is called a lake. See, as we can see, these are large area of water and which are surrounded by land. Okay, so this we call it as lake. Okay. Next, question number 10. The long narrow top of a mountain or group of mountains is called a ridge. See, here we can see this is the top of the mountain. Okay, which is this is the top of the mountains. This portion of a hills or a mountain is called ridge. So this is the mountain. This place is known as ridge. It is narrow. Okay, this is not big or not wide. So I hope you understood about this exercise. Next, page 74. Lesson 3, the Northern Plains. Name the states that fall in the Northern Plains. So here we have to write all the states that lie in the Northern Plains. Okay. So which are the states? Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Jharkhand, Bihar, West Bengal and Assam. These are the states which lie in the Northern Plains. Okay. So let us check it out. Punjab, Haryana, New Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal and Assam. These are the states which lie in the Northern Plains. Okay. Next, B. Fill in the blanks with the correct answers. So two options are given here. We have to choose one option which is right. 1. The Indus River originates in the Dash Plateau, Deccan, Tibetan. So from where do the Indus River originates? The Indus River originates from the Tibetan Plateau. Okay, Tibetan Plateau. See here, where is Tibet? This is the river Indus. This portion is Tibetan Plateau. Okay, from here the river Indus originates and flows through 3 countries. Okay, China, India and Pakistan, and flows into Arabian Sea. Okay. Next, the river Dash originates from the Gangotri Glacier, Ganga, Indus. The river Ganga originates from the Gangotri Glacier, not the river Indus. Okay, so 2 is Ganga. See, we can check it out. The river Ganga, this is the river Ganga, this portion is the Gangotri Glacier. Okay, so from this part the river Ganga originates and flows through the Northern Plains and joins Brahmaputra. Okay, and before reaching Bay of Bengal, not the river Indus. Okay. Next, 3. The river Dash originates in Tibet, Ganga, Brahmaputra. The answer is Brahmaputra. Just check it out. See, this is the river Brahmaputra. This portion is Tibet. Okay, so the river originates in Tibet and flows and enters India through Arunachal and enters Assam and enters Bangladesh and joins Ganga before reaching Bay of Bengal. Next. So the answer is the river Ganga. Next, question number 4. The river Gomti is a tributary of the river that's Indus Ganga. So the answer is Ganga. Okay. Sorry, question number 4, the answer is Ganga. Question number 1, Tibetan Plateau. Question number 2, Ganga. Question number 3, Brahmaputra. Question number 4, Ganga. Okay, the river Ganga. So, next, question number 4, let us check it out once again. Question number 4, the river Gomti is a tributary of the river Indus Ganga. It is a tributary of river Ganga. What do you mean by tributary? It is a small river, okay, which flows and joins the main river and flows along with the main river. See here we can see, suppose this is the river Ganga, isn't it? See the river Gomti here, it flows and joins the river Ganga here at this portion and flows along with the river Ganga. So the river Gomti is a tributary of the river Ganga, not a tributary of the river Indus. Next, question number 5. The Desh rivers form the world's largest delta known as the Sundarbans Delta. Options are Ganga and Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra. So the answer is Ganga and Brahmaputra. See, the river Ganga originates from the Gangotri glacier and flows through northern plains and reach Bangladesh. Okay, and the river Brahmaputra originates in Tibet and flows and enters Arunachal Pradesh, enters Assam and Bangladesh and meet the river Ganga at this point. Both these rivers meet each other. At this point. Okay, both the river Ganga and the river Brahmaputra meet each other at this point and they form a triangular shape, that is called the world's largest delta, that is Sundarban Delta. Okay, so the answer is the Ganga and the Brahmaputra, not the Ganga and the Indus. Okay, so the Ganga and the Brahmaputra rivers form the world's largest delta known as the Sundarbans Delta. Okay, next, page 75. So this is an assignment for you, so you have to check it out. You have to circle the names of rivers found in the northern plains in the word search. So here many names of rivers are given here: Bish, Dihang, Gomti, Ravi, Brahmaputra, Ganga, Hooghly, Son, Chenab, Ghagar, Kosi, Yamuna. So from these given rows and columns, you have to find out all the rivers given in the box and you have to circle the names of the rivers. Okay, for example, here suppose Bish, this is the river Bish, so you have to circle in this way. Okay, this is the way. So I request all of you to complete this assignment, page 75. Okay, so I hope you understood about social studies workbook lesson 1, 2 and 3.